Good morning. I've come this morning to the Knocha Monument. I don't know if you're familiar with the Knocha Monument. You've been here before. It's just outside Carrickfergus. It's set up on the hills overlooking Belfast. Beautiful panoramic views of Belfast. Unfortunately this morning it's quite foggy, so I was hoping to show you some of those, but we can't really see them. This is a monument that was erected, as you'll see perhaps in the inscription behind me, after the First World War. It was commissioned in 1922, and then over a period of 14 years funds were raised and the monument was erected. It's the largest war memorial in Northern Ireland, and it commemorates those soldiers who fought in that Great War from 1914 to 1918. It's a monument that has been erected to remember a sacrifice that was made and blessing that our country experienced because of those soldiers. There's a similar monument in the Old Testament in the Bible. In 1 Samuel chapter 7, we read about that monument. Samuel, the prophet, erected it, and it was erected to remember and to give thanks for all that God had done for his people of Israel. You see, for many years the Philistines were a great thorn in the Israelite side. Not long before that they'd captured the Ark of the Covenant. They'd taken it away to their land and it had resided with the Philistines. But now God had graciously brought the Ark back to Israel. They brought it back in, and now Samuel wanted Israel to remember all that God had done for them. The Philistines had been defeated. The Ark had returned. There was much to give thanks for. And he erected this monument called Ebenezer. You may know that the word Ezer, or the name that now we have Ezra, we've got a couple of those in our church. It means help or helper. And the monument meant, thus far the Lord has helped us. The Lord has been our helper. God has been on our side. That was the message Samuel wanted the Israelites to remember. And we've been brought through a time of crisis, haven't we? We're not out the other end of it yet. But we can say from our hearts, thus far, the Lord has helped us. He's kept us safe. He's given us strength and grace day by day. He's given us access to the spiritual blessings that we receive when we hear his word read and preached. He's given us the joy of fellowship even online with one another. He's given us families and friends. Thus far, the Lord has helped us. And some in the congregation have been through times of immense difficulty and pain. But even in that pain, their testimony can be that thus far the Lord has helped them. And isn't it good just to stop for a moment and to give thanks to God? Isn't it good just to reflect on all that God has done for us in this time of crisis? Completely unprecedented time, a time that we just could not have foreseen at the turn of the year. And yet God has been with us. God has been our help. He is a very present help in trouble, as the psalm puts it. He is and has been our refuge and strength. The Knocha Monument was not completed, as I said earlier, till 1936. There were all sorts of problems as it was being erected. And who would have imagined in 1936 that just 3 years later our country would be entering into an even greater war in the Second World War? We don't know what is in front of us. We don't know what the future holds. But as the old hymn says, we know who holds the future. And thus he has brought us and helped us thus far, so we can be sure that whatever is in front of us, that the God who has helped us thus far will continue to be our help. I hope you have a very blessed Friday. And as we think about the God who is our help, you're encouraged in your heart.